study the reports that.
What do we have in the Kavango East?
That's what I've just said earlier on.
The answer is more than just leave. If you don't know, you don't know.
No.
Yeah.
I would like you, I just wanted to invite you to look at the reports. Thank you very much.
Okay. In the first place, Windhoek is supposed to be a capital city. You can't put a capital city in between rocks. What is there in Windhoek? It's just rocks. Shakova shi makona kunoka varuwana vano akupuraira vantu akumashivi murora neshivana na Windhoek kakara lipuko. Kapa pura chingisha vantu vakarupipina mukuru waiveshi dito mke uita kuyo. Wenu kapura ka Windhoek kashi consultation Windhoek. Mushivanda shi consultation mushivanda. Tani kana pa joja kurenga shi Windhoek andika rinkurumbara. Yakuovera shi oyo nkurumbara ya Windhoek lipuko vaitora. Mujuni na mchenkurumbara kwatitora kati kare pepi na mema. Pepi no kuna kara niki kwa urapo na niki yache. Muvenda watu ya karoma wetu pa karoma. Ndika pia wapele kara nkurumbara Windhoek. Kurumba ndi kutakara kuru kwa kara mema. So therefore, now these colonial dispossessions which we have failed to address for the past 30 years and which have allowed also to continue developing Windhoek at the expense of others need to be addressed. Now the idea is that, just like what others have also said, companies that need water, like Namib Dairies, breweries, need to come here. The reason why Namib Dairies was moved from Clen Windhoek to Marinta, because it must be close to Lisin, as well as the resources that they needed. The other issue is that the misconception about Kavango region's inhabitants, farms, access to water, and the idea that we are saying that we are also going to benefit. In fact, Kavango East and Kavango West regions are the only two regions in Namibia that doesn't have water pipeline. These two regions. In Zambezi, there's water pipeline. Oshana, there's water pipeline. Ohangwena, Karas, Rongo, there's water pipeline. These are the only two regions without water pipeline. Now, while we're crying for us to have water pipeline here, and all of a sudden we want to tap water from Windhoek, what does that mean? You are treating us as second-class citizens. We never had water pipeline for all these years. And all of a sudden, it feels like we don't even deserve to be given water pipeline unless we must share it with the central region. The idea of NAM water, drawing water from Kavango River only during rain season cannot be correct. That proponent of making us to believe that water will only be drawn during the rainy season, it can't be correct because there will be a serious investment in this project. Prof, as I said before, you never carried out a water audit. I heard about your scientific study, that the feasibility study that you did. All those three reports, scientific report, there is no mention about the water audit of how much water do we have in the Kavango River. It was never carried. So whatever decisions or recommendations that was made, it was made based on the flowed information. Because you can't manage, there's no way that you cannot manage what you can measure. In the absence of that, any other recommendation that was made must just fall off because there's no water audit. I went through all the government policies. I was checking about the demand, water demand in Namibia, 2025, 2027, 2029, 2030. The water demand from the urban areas, water demand from the farmers, the irrigation, how much water has been used by the irrigation. And Namibia as a country at the moment, for the past 36 years, we don't have a proper water audit. We don't have even an idea of how much water do we have there in Kavango River. So those recommendations, scientific recommendations in your report should fall off on that basis. Now the alternative is that we must relocate industries to the city of Rundu, or to Nkurenkuru, or to Ndiona. Let those companies come down here. As I said before, Namib Dairies have moved from Clen Windhoek to the super farm in the south to be closer to the much needed input, such as lucine as well as water. And the dichotomy between demand and supply in your report is not even mentioned as well. But the key issue here is, Prof, I want you also take this as a recommendation when you go back. that in your report, you have not conducted a current status of the water resource, be it at a local, regional, or water basin scales. And you did not also project the demand and supply trends of Kavango River. You have mentioned yourself that there have also been some other illegal abstraction which is even not known. Even the government now does not even know how much water has been abstracted from Kavango River at the moment. That project itself, if it's to be carried out, this Kavango River will dry out. And there are many evidence to that. And then the other issue is that, Prof, the potential externalities identified in the assessment of the water patterns in a broader and a temporal and a spatial scales. I'm quite sure I'll go through your report, but I doubt even if you have this specific information in your report. In particular, the consideration of the environment, the social and economic externalities that may arise from the abstraction of millions cubic meters of water. We talked about 35 up to 60 million cubic water, but the idea of NAM water is to abstract about 60 million cubic water. The other issue is that there was a survey that was carried out, feasibility study. In August 2024, the spokesperson of NAM Water, Lot, gave a report saying that there was a feasibility study that was carried out for the desalination plant. And according to him, in August 2024, he said that that feasibility study was found to be viable for us to get water from the sea. And the Botswanan government was also willing. They were also willing to team up with our government in order for us to extract water from the sea. Our recommendation as a region is that the best option that is available now is for us to abstract water from the sea, the desalination plant. Yes. It was tabled to cabinet, and cabinet was informed that it was viable. The argument of saying that there is not enough water, not enough money, I think that is a lazy argument. If we are serious to provide enough water for the whole country, let's invest. Whether it costs 20 billion, Botswana is also willing to team up with us. The abstraction of water here is costing us, it will cost 8 billion. But then, at the same time, we are going to destroy the livelihood of our people. In your recommendation, Prof, mention about the issue of marine ecosystem that will be destroyed. There won't be fish here. There's already been a depletion of fish stock in the Kavango River even now, for about 95% at the moment. In the past, when we grew up, when we were young, you can go to the river with a hook. After 2 hours, you'll come back with fish. Now, if you go to the river, whether it's in August or September, when you come back, there is no fish. The fish stock has been depleted already. There are many reasons that we can be able to attest. Even ahoro kwamba tupina kumtantrashi dogoropa no Kavango wakumiwa na Kavango utokero ndio tupu region mbili dapiro kana water pipeline nikewe ende kuzambezi water pipeline po iliko uende ko Shikoto Ohangwena Oshana Erongo water pipeline po iliko Karas Keno region po iliko detu region mbili tupino mbili dapiro na water pipeline na mchi wonto kwalira tuwane water pipeline poshi bantu wetu kuno bashake kuli kurumba tana kumena ninke nabangando kumema parowe doroka ere bashana damne mema twale kare kuni tubendu kenda kutanda bantu akala muri jino kwatu muri osha kapia muwapera kumpa water pipeline kwantu mushaka nikana mema mungu handa yende kunya na kudipali pale abantu wetu ninke nekeshi podi kampa ita horo mema die kuno kumukuro kuno tani nako ya wedako shi nyamu report anata Paulo nige professor kapia na ambamu yako amena water audit kwatu mnamipia waru ano water audit wa iweshi mema mangashaka mukuru wa Kavango nampiri mwene pana shungiri pana biwaka leshi kapia ruwa na water audit kwatu bakwali poro ndelishi weni mona kumetango lishi kula kupamo 60 billion ya mema itune mukuru wa Kavango weka kwa iwashi mema ngashaka rongo Kavango apa hanjera ngama ngashaka rangomu apa puira ngama ngashaka rangomu ke una kuruanda formula mke una kuruanda ngo maraka pubura kuruana ninke nawa na report nawa na yo scientific nikapona yashi kuna kuupako ni minkiwa karo panipu ya hura bila kumtandera. And I think na noting that, and I'm quite sure Prof will agree with me that water audit was not carried out, and at the moment nothing was carried out with regard to the water audit. But ahuri iringo lishi lot mu 2024 spokesperson wana water kwa ambire mwene press conference hata pereshi barua nalikona konoshi vya kuupa mema mulifuta ndani kila lifuta letu linya inakara viable option right apre cabinet study barua in 2021 cabinet ai pulitena yo link yo study yo kita kwishaekera yai wana imorosi jo option aiwa kweli mimi na imo yakaro kuswako patu yanga swako puyorani myakara desalination plant yayo kupa mema mulifuta barua nteko mulifuta ale nakupirashi pana mwicho na mipia kuna ku negotiate with the lifuta letu unene wale lifuta letu shirokusha na mipia shiditi lifuta tunene unene kubari kera katimado goroka arasi no shirombo shiditi lifuta nene unene mema mnyanira kupashi kura kuhawa ratu kutogoroma kana ni chati amba mfupi petna weda ko tupushi atomwetu twe apetna horo mema tundemo kana ngabi tipa ya chui pana mwicho wenu kavangu mkuru wa kavangu kutaka etu wanuke kwenda kumkuru nali robo lyoe biri mwetu karishitungu unaona karishitunguka pana mwicho wenu negeshe wale pa shoye di shitarara panyo ende kumkuru kuro akari kumkuru biri mbili kwa tampini chui imwe eya horo koshi 95% da chui yetu damu kavangu dauro muka mchitu akari mkuru wele sheshe unene Neku ya manta koka mongolini makura wali na dipa lipala la kawango ngoli. Pa ufupi mtu amba tutapa tumbio. Please take note, Prof.